went in full cosplay as a Woolworths employee.
Why do I feel like I'm about to be offended?
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Colesworth.
No.
It's what people refer, basically the two megacorps of Australia, Coles and Woolworths. Have you seen any of the ABC interview?
Snippets of the Woolworths guy
Walking out.
basically making a mess and then resigning and getting a $7 million payout.
It seems crazy that he's done such a good job, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean,
Of getting this payout.
it's a great payout, isn't it? That's
it's what a prick.
What was he on before? Like, that's what I'd like to know. If he got a $7 million payout, what was he on?
Let's have a look at it. His name's Brad Banducci.
And honestly, what a tosser! Seriously, like, the way he held himself in those interviews, like maybe off air and as a person, he might be all right, but like literally, the way you came across on your interviews and try to talk your mansplaining of not having Australian flags and stuff and Australia Day items in your store, very un-Australian of you, mate.
Let's have a quick quickly see if I can get this working.
Rod Sims, the former head of the ACCC, says that we have one of the most concentrated supermarkets in the world. Is he lying?
It's not true.
His words are that
retired, by the way.
I don't think you would impugn his integrity and his understanding of competition law.
I'm just saying the world has got much more competitive.
He retired 18 months ago. He's not.
Okay, can we take that out? Is that okay? He is retired, but I shouldn't have said that, Angus. Are we going to leave it in there if we are?
Well, I mean, if we're on the record. You said it. I mean, let's move on. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I'm done, guys. I do this with good intent. I don't do this with bad intent.
You're walking out, really?
No. Can we just talk through Brad for a second?
Let me just
have a minute.
So you heard that?
Yes, and he did come back to do a bit more of the interview, didn't he?
He come back and he did more. Yes.
Now, here's where I stand with that. I'm going to go on the defensive and be on his side for this one.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think that he should have had to step down just because he said that a bloke retired.
Do you think that's why he's stepping down?
No.
I think he hasn't had to deal with this much public scrutiny before, and I think he probably didn't like that, and I think that's a big part of it because I think it was his choice to step down as well.
Okay. So do you think that he's just had so much more media influence on him and he's kind of just like, I am not a good talker. I've got too much heat on me. I did not sign up for this. I'm out.
I think that's it, yeah. You have too much heat on you.
He does.
You're now public enemy number one.
Yeah, he does strike me as the type of person that took a bit of criticism and kind of just boiled over and just said, no, I'm done.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you saw how easily he was able to just be like, "No, I'm done." He got up out of the chair straight away.
Look, you gotta take criticism. You gotta take the heat.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean it's part and parcel, isn't it? So, I mean, you and I get haters sometimes. It's part and parcel. You try and talk and reason, and sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you go 300, 400 comments long, and I end up showing you the pages of conversations that I'm having, and I'm like, what else? Where else do I go? What else do I say? You know what I mean? Like,
can you come back me up on this? I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm like, you pussy. But like, it's all just part of it. You've really got to be able to if you're going to put yourself out there, and definitely in his position, making such a stand and a statement, you have to expect backlash, and you have to expect how to handle that backlash as well.
exactly.
and navigate around it. But maybe he thought that there was going to be no, that everyone was going to be like, yeah, you know what, yeah, that's right, you know. But I mean, like, read the tea leaves, bro. It was never going to be like that.
I especially like the fact that they did two things. They green screened themselves to look like they were in a Woolworths store. And he also went in full cosplay as a Woolworths employee.
Yeah.
And he probably would have walked in and with his little badge that he's only worn once in his life for interviews and sat down with his pristine shirt. And anyone who's walked into a Woolworths knows that, you know, the people that work there don't have the cleanest of shirts because they're constantly working and having stuff getting on them. But yeah, just go in full cosplay as a worker.
And also people know that they were only given one jumper, one set of pants, and one shirt, and that's what has to last them the whole week. So,
and you've got
whether they watch it or not
yourself.
I don't know.
Yeah. So I just thought it was very interesting. His take. He kind of wants to come across as the every person when they're talking about price gouging. But speaking of price gouging, where do you shop?
Everywhere. Wherever it has the best specials. So
you're a catalog hunter, so to speak.
Yeah, catalog hunter, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I will go out of my way to go to one just because they've got such and such on sale, and then, you know, a couple of days later I'll go back to this other one because they've got that on sale. So I'm not a convenient shopper where I just go and just get, you know, everything from one spot. I mean, we're very lucky that we're situated in an area where there's Coles, Foodland, Aldi, Romeo's, everything everywhere. So I literally have the pick of the litter sort of thing. So
that's a savvy way to do it, and that's how people probably are going to have to play this as the financial situation in Australia gets worse and worse and worse, and the price gouging kind of continues. Obviously, for those of you playing at home, the word price gouging is used a lot, and you know, like, people don't know what it means. But basically, what's happening is Coles and Woolworths will look at each other's prices and see, okay, this is what that company's prices are. So they might put their price up to match their price because they're the two top dogs. So the kind of idea is they're actually kind of slowly driving the prices up because they're trying to meet each other's prices, so that when they have a special, it looks like a mega special. So that's kind of what it is. And a lot of people don't know exactly what it is. When you use the words gouge, you don't really know.
Also, the biggest tactic as well is making things smaller or like with less there, but still charging the same.
Exactly. So the suppliers are also now having to, you know, reduce the grams and the quantity of, you know, chips or biscuits, whatever it is. And, you know, same thing with a Big Mac nowadays. You know, a Big Mac is, you know, a quarter of the size less than
Definitely
it was.
Not big.
Yeah, exactly. I think Hungry Jacks have kind of maintained relatively big burgers no matter what. Macca's have just come smaller and smaller and smaller. So, you know, that's kind of what's happening. Even a can of Pringles, the Pringles chips themselves are tiny. So that's kind of what's happening. And they're still putting the prices up with these smaller products in, you know, smaller packaging. So, yeah, for those of you who don't know what it is, that's just a brief overview of what it is, because I do know there is some confusion there. It's kind of like price matching in the reverse way.
Yep.
Yeah. So that is Colesworth, a new term we should all get used to in the future. Thank you for watching Glass Culture Podcast. If you liked this video, click here to subscribe. If you want to see the full podcast, click here.